It appears the train is leaving on time. I hope you remembered to pack your coat before we left. Scotland can be quite brutal this time of year. Yes, a port key would have been faster. But perhaps I didn't want our holiday to end so soon. If I'm being honest, these past weeks with you have been some of the best days of my life. It's a shame it couldn't continue on. I'm going to close this window. There's a storm brewing on the horizon. We'll most likely run into it soon. Why don't you come a little closer? We have at least 7 hours before we reach Hogsmeade Station. I thought we could enjoy each other's company for a little while longer. Bring the blanket.
Oh shit.
Find another cart, Donahue.
Sorry, sir.
I suppose I ought to behave myself. Perhaps when we get back to the castle, you can join me after dinner, where we can have more privacy. Don't tempt me, sweetheart. You know I can't resist you. Did you happen to bring that book with you? I'm in need of a distraction. No, The Alchemist's Luminara, Volume 1. You brought the entire collection? That's my girl. There's a benefit to having the librarian as my girlfriend. She practically carries around a library in her handbag. Hand it here. Thank you. There's that storm creeping upon us. Come cuddle next to me and I'll read to us from the book. There's a particular passage I'm interested in. Here it is. Log entry. The Luminara Cave, Bulgaria. The year is 1896. 17th of March. I write this by the dim glow of my wand, my hands still trembling from the sheer wonder of what transpired. what I presumed to be my final hours, lost in the black belly of this ancient cave, my supplies dwindling, have instead gifted me with a discovery beyond imagination. It began when I stumbled into a vast cavern, its ceiling glittering with what I first mistook for bioluminescent fungi. A forest of soft, pulsing light clung to the jagged stone, their colors shifting between ethereal blues and violets. But it was not the fungi that stole my breath. It was the creature nestled among them. At first, I thought my exhaustion was causing hallucinations. The small, delicate being shimmered like a living gemstone, its iridescent wings folding and unfolding as though it breathed with the cave itself. It was no larger than my forearm, with a sleek, moth-like body, twin sets of gossamer wings, and eyes that glowed with the soft gold of candlelight. When I took a step closer, it did not flee. Instead, it watched me. In my studies, I have read of many beasts, both mundane and magical, but never have I encountered anything like this. When I spoke, it tilted its head, considering me with what I can only describe as curiosity. I reached into my satchel, searching for something to offer, and my fingers brushed against a lone, fizzing whizbee I had intended to save for the journey back. I unwrapped it slowly, rolling it toward the creature. To my astonishment, it chirped, a musical, crystalline sound, like the ringing of a glass bell. It took the sweet with nimble, clawed fingers, examining it before tasting. Then it laughed, a high, airy sound like wind chimes in a breeze. I was utterly enchanted. The creature fluttered up, its light brightening, casting shimmering reflections against the cavern walls. It beckoned me, gliding ahead, pausing when I hesitated. I had no choice but to follow. It led me through twisting tunnels, past underground rivers and ancient stalactites, until we reached a hidden chamber, humming with warmth. There, I saw the hive, a crystalline structure, delicate, yet impossibly strong, hung from the cave wall like an enormous honeycomb. Within, I saw the faintest glow of liquid gold, a substance I knew at once could be the missing key to my Nightseer draft. I turned to my luminous guide, unwilling to betray its trust. But before I could even consider how to ask, the creature chirped once more and plucked a small hexagonal piece from the hive's edge. It placed it gently in my outstretched hand, a gift. In exchange, I handed over the remainder of my fizzing whizbees. The creature trilled in delight, disappearing into the hive as I stood there, awed. Now, as I clutched the hexagonal gift in my hands, I realize with a sinking heart that I am still utterly lost in this labyrinth of stone. The creature, sensing my hesitation, flutters before me once more. Then something astonishing happens. It dims its glow, and in response, faint threads of light begin to appear along the cavern walls. A hidden network of luminescent veins woven through the rock. I had not noticed them before, concealed beneath centuries of dust and shadow. The creature darts ahead, following the glowing veins, pausing every so often to ensure I keep pace. Like an ancient map written in light, the veins guide us upward, past tunnels I had no recollection of entering. The air grows warmer, the scent of damp earth less oppressive. Then, at last, I see it. A sliver of moonlight filtering through a jagged opening in the stone. With one final, chiming trill, my guide disappears back into the dark, leaving only the faintest shimmer in its wake. I step forward, emerging beneath a sky bursting with stars. I have no doubt that without that luminous being, I would never have left that cave alive. Their gift of light will change potion making forever. I'm certain of it. Yet, something tells me that I have been gifted with something far greater than any potion ingredient. I have been given trust. End of entry. Have I bored you to sleep, my dear? Actually, a nap doesn't sound like a bad idea. I'll dim the light. Lie your head on my chest. I'll wake you before we reach the station.